I run, I talk, I sit, I read, I write, I draw. So all these things are indicating that something is being done, like I am doing something. Hence, it's an example of verb. Some other examples can be break, build, hug, fight, dance, teach. All these are examples of doing words or action words. Sometimes verbs might refer to experiences or feelings, like for example, love, hate, envy, believe, trust, feel, entrust, experience, care, cherish, sense, okay, and so on and so forth. Verbs can also refer to a state or condition like am, is, are, was, were, have, has, appear, seem, become, been. Now, of course, there are various types of verbs and we are going to discuss those with examples. Starting off with the auxiliary verbs, or which we also called the helping verbs, like is, are, am, was, were, have, has, had, do, will, can. All these would come under auxiliary verbs. Next would be modal verbs. Now, modal verbs are those verbs which are used to denote some sort of a possibility or probability or capability or necessity of something happening. Like for example, can, could, will, would, may, might, should, must, ought to. Apart from one words which can be termed as verbs, there might be two or more words also that can be termed as phrasal verbs. So let's talk about phrasal verbs. These are certain phrases which are formed by combining two or more parts of speech that performs the same function as a verb in a sentence. Like for example, go by, lay off, log in, get off, run out, fed up, taken aback, act on. The three words phrase can be phrasal verb, can be go all out, okay, opt out. Then again coming back to the two word phrasal verb, mix up, look up, back away, back up, pop in. Linking verb, as the name suggests, it links a verb to its verb complement, like Danny is my brother. So Danny is the linking verb. So Danny is the noun, and the quality of that noun or the description of that noun is my brother. So is linking Danny and my brother, okay. Another example would be the children were in the park. So children were is the linking verb over here, in the park. Another example would be your presentation of the life cycle of the silkworm was excellent. So over here was is an example. This book on a treasure hunt seems interesting. So seems is the linking verb over here. Let's talk about the very important types of verbs that would include transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. Like for example, Vincent gave a box of chocolates to his brother. Okay, so over here, verb is gave, and the indirect object over here is his brother, and the direct object over here is a box of chocolates. So what I try to tell over here is that verbs that take the direct object alone are called the transitive verbs. The verbs that do not take either a direct object or an indirect object are called intransitive verb. Another example can be the little girl ran around the park for 2 hours. So ran is the verb over here. And of course, verbs are the most important part of tenses. So again, here verbs can be of various forms like simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. Simple present tense means I run, I wake up daily at 6 a.m. like this. In simple past, I woke up at 6 a.m. yesterday. So something that has already happened and that had happened in the past. Then in future tense, I will wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So in future tense, something which is yet to happen. So there are different forms and types of verbs which we are going to discuss in the next videos. So yeah, if you want to follow the lessons, do follow here. Next video we are focusing on tenses, which are a part of the types of verbs